All right, let's pick up where we left off with partitioning line segments. So today we're going to look at objective 2. Find the point between two given points that partitions the line segment in a given ratio. So yesterday we looked at when given a fraction. Well, now we're talking about, well, what do you do when you're given a ratio? So pause the video here so that you can write this objective down. Press play when you're ready to move on to your example. Okay, so here we have example 2. Okay, so we're going to find the point Q that partitions line segment BA in a ratio of 1 to 3. And then we're going to plot and label Q on the coordinate plane. So go ahead and pause the video so that you can copy down this example. All right, now that you have gotten the opportunity to copy down this example, don't forget that you also need to copy down your line segment and write down the ordered pairs that correspond to those points. So when we look at point A, I know it looks a little blurry, but that's 2, 4. So this is -5 and 3. And B is -1 down to -5. Okay, so here we have our ordered pairs that deal, with that line segment. So make sure that you have that written down as well on your notebook paper. Now, for this particular example, we're going to use our first formula, okay, because we're given a ratio, not a fraction. So we're going to use our first formula, okay? So let's go back to our example. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and write the example down now. So we got, not the example, the formula, bx1 plus ax2 over b plus a. It just looks easier, doesn't it? by1 plus ay2 over b plus a. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at plugging some things in. I'm going to start with my ratio. So we see all these A's and B's on here. Well, that's very simple because our ratio, the first number is our A and the second number is our B. Okay, so that's very simple. Here your A and B are over here. All right, so let's look at labeling our X1 and Y1. So we see that the line segment that they're referring to is BA. So that means B is our first ordered pair and A is our second ordered pair. So that makes this our X1, our Y1, and this our X2 and our Y2. Oh, that's ugly, sorry. Okay, so now we can begin plugging things in. Put my parentheses because remember this is an ordered pair. I left off my parentheses. Okay, so our B is 3, X1 is -1, plus A is 1, and our X2 is -5, all over B plus A, which is 3 plus 1, okay? Our B is 3, our Y1 is -5, plus our A, which is 1, our Y2 is 3, all over B plus A. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I like this formula a whole bunch more. It just already looks so much more simpler. But, okay, so let's go ahead and continue to simplify. 3 times -1 gives us -3. 1 times -5 gives us -5. All over 3 plus 1, which is 4. 3 times -5 is -15. Plus 1 times 3 is 3. All over 4. Okay? So now all we have to do is simplify our numerators by combining like terms. So -3 minus 5 gives us -8 over 4. And then -15 plus, what is that, 3? Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. All right, -15 plus 3 gives us -12 over 4. All right, and now all we have to do is just divide. So negative 8 divided by 4 gives us negative 2. And negative 12 divided by 4 gives us negative 3. All right, and that is what? That is point Q. So Q is negative 2, negative 3. Now we know we need to come back up to our, trying to figure out what color, pink. Now we need to come back up to our line segment and actually plot that point on that line segment. So negative 2, negative 3 is right there, and that is point Q. So what we're saying is that as we travel from B to A, that this portion is the 1 of the ratio. Is the 1 out of, put that in a way, is the 1 out of the 3. So that means that this will have to be the 2 out of 3 for a complete 3 out of 3. Actually, I'm not sure if I said that right. I don't know if this should be 1 and this should be 3, or if I said it right the first time. Maybe Mr. Haney can chime in and help me out there, because I'm not sure. Either way, we have the correct answer. I'm just not sure of how to represent that on the actual line segment given the ratio. So hopefully Mr. Haney can help us with that. But you pretty much get the gist. Plug the numbers into the formula and solve. So let's go ahead on to your you try problem. So here's your you try problem. Go ahead and pause the video. Write the problem down. Try it out on your own. Please, I beg of you, do not wait until everyone's done and just hope to copy the answer from me. No, this is your opportunity to sit and try to do it, you know, before you have to work on your practice. So everyone, please try out the problem. Okay, now that everyone has gotten the opportunity to try the problem out, let's go ahead and label our numbers and go ahead and solve. So we know this is A, this is B. We're going from J to K, so J is the 1, K is the 2. So this is X1, Y1, X2, Y2. All right, so I'm just going to go straight to plugging things in. So we should have 5, X1 is negative 2, plus A, X2 is 3, all over 5 plus 2. And then we have our B, which is 5, our Y1, which is 4, plus A, which is 2, Y2, which is negative 1, all over 5 plus 2, which is our B plus A. Now we just simplify. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10, plus 2 times 3 is 6. Hopefully you're looking good so far. 5 times 4 is 20. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. All over 5 plus 2. Oh, but I could have simplified that 5 plus 2. I'm sorry. So let's go ahead and add that together. So 5 plus 2 is 7. Okay, so now let's simplify our numerator. So we got negative 10 plus 6. So that is negative 4 over 7. That looks like a Y. I'm sorry, y'all. Negative 4 over 7. And then we got 20 minus 2 over here, which is 18 over 7. So y'all can tell which problems I made up on my own because they coming out looking all kind of funky. But that's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and convert this fraction to a decimal, and we're left with negative 0. If we round it, we get 0.6, and then 18 over 7 converts to about 2.6. I don't know why my parentheses are coming out so ugly. All right, so if when you worked it out, you got this, you're good. It looks crazy, but it is correct. All right, so let's move up to our line segment and attempt to plot. I know y'all struggle with plotting decimals, but okay, so negative 0.6 would be about right there up to 2.6. Okay, and that is our point Q. And again, we're traveling from 1 to K. I'm not even going to attempt to fill it in. Hopefully, Mr. Haney was able to clarify that on the last example. But you do want to try to at least plot your point on the coordinate plane. But this concludes the lesson for today. So now you guys are going to go into your practice. These problems I did not make up, so they should come out as actual whole numbers for you guys. I know y'all hate fractions, decimals, and all that kind of stuff. But good luck on your practice.